my name is Tiffany Davis. I'm going to show you how to install this car seat. It's an Evenflo Titan 65 convertible car seat, which means it can be facing the back of the car or the front of the car. I'm going to show you how to install it forward facing. I'm going to use the seat belt, and I'm going to use something called the top tether. The top tether does not come into play until we are forward facing. So before now we're rear facing. This is something that we don't use, but it comes out of the top back of the car seat. It's got a hook on it, and it's actually going to hook into our vehicle, something that we use for forward facing only, not for rear facing. Since I'm going to use my seat belt, I've got these things. They're called lower anchors. They are stored to my car seat so they can't fly around. This is another option for installing your car seat, but if you use the seat belt, you don't use these. So you just store them to the car seat. Now, one of the staples of a convertible car seat is two holes. We've got a hole down here, we've got a hole up here. Now, these are my two different belt paths. So if I'm rear facing, my seat belt or my lower anchors goes through this hole. If I'm forward facing, my seat belt or my lower anchors goes through this hole. So we're gonna use this hole today. We'll put our seat belt through here, and we'll use our top tether from the back. One additional thing on this car seat is you've got something here called a recline stand. A recline stand is used in the rear facing position to make the car seat be at a reclined position. We don't use this for forward facing. So you want to make sure that you pull out these sides. If your recline stand is up, you want to pull out the sides and push that recline stand down. Then your car seat will sit upright and it's not at a reclined position. All right. Now in my vehicle, I'm going to put this forward. My top tether is going to go, and in all vehicles, your top tether typically will go under your headrest or over your headrest or around your headrest to get to the place where it's supposed to clip in. In my vehicle, my headrests are at an angle, and that sometimes can interfere with my car seat. So my vehicle owner's manual says to remove the headrest if the headrest interferes with the car seat. I'm going to go ahead and remove it, and then my top tether is going to go over the top of my seat. In all vehicles, your vehicle owner's manual will tell you exactly how to route this. It will tell you if it goes under the headrest, over the headrest, around the headrest, if you need to remove the headrest. That information will be in the vehicle owner's manual. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that over the top of the seat. Okay, and I'm ready to put my seat belt through. So I'm going to take my seat belt and put it through the correct hole. Make sure that your seatbelt is not twisted, and make sure that it goes through nice and straight through the correct hole. All right, that was step one. Step two is going to be locking my seatbelt. So step one is buckling, two is locking. Up here at the top, if you can see, my seatbelt's going in and out very easily. I don't want that. I want my seatbelt to be locked. It should be able to tighten but not loosen. So the way that I lock my seatbelt is I pull it all the way out. I pull it slow. I do not yank or pull fast all the way to the end. When I let it go back in, I hear a clicking sound or a ratcheting sound. That's good. That means I locked it correctly. But the other way I know that I locked it correctly is it won't come back out. And I'm not tugging or pulling hard. I'm just lightly pulling it out, and it won't come back out. Now I know it will only tighten, it will not loosen, and it will stay very tight at all times. So I gotta tighten my seatbelt. I'm gonna push on my car seat and pull on my seat belt. So push pull motion. I'm going to pull straight towards my belly, not towards the sky. Pushing on my car seat, pulling on my seat belt, pulling straight towards my belly. I'm going to hold all of that tension that I've just pulled, and then nicely get it back up here into the back of my car up here. Okay, so I'll try that one more time. All right, when I know it's tight enough, I should be able to put my hands right at my belt path. Remember, this is my belt path, this hole, and on both sides, it should not move more than an inch side to side, forward and back at the belt path. It's not, so that means that it's tight enough. But you might notice that the top of the car seat can still come forward. That's where my top tether comes into play. So I'm gonna reach over my car. I'm gonna make sure my top tether is not twisted. I'm gonna hook it to where it goes. And then I have a tightening strap, and I'm going to tighten as much as I can with my tightening strap. All right, so The top of my car seat is now secure, and at the belt path, it's not moving more than an inch side to side, forward and back. We don't want you to test it here. We always want you to test it at the belt path. So I've done my top tether. I've got my locked seat belt. Everything's nice and tight, nothing's twisted, and that is the correct installation. All right, I wanted to show you where the top tether is in the back. So it's got a symbol on it that looks like this, and in here is an anchor, and that's where it hooks onto. And what I'm holding up here is my tightening strap that I tightened. So that's what it looks like from the back.